Hi, we want to learn how to edit videos in CapCut. So there are a lot of other editing software there, but CapCut is one of those software, one of those free software there that can give you up to what other professional application like Premiere Pro, Final Cut can give you. If you don't have the CapCut desktop application yet, so what you can do is go to your browser and basically type on CapCut for PC. I think probably the first link there is going to lead you to where you can download the application. Once you get it downloaded, then I think the procedure in launching it is very simple. It will I think the download will actually be on your download folder, and you just have to go and launch it. And so at the end of the series, you are meant to know your way around. So the first time you launch CapCut, this is the screen is going to show you now. So yours now, you might probably not have these recent projects here. So okay, your own might be blank, but it's not a problem because you're about to change that now. So what you just need to do is to click on new project, and it will lead you to this screen. So for those who have never been into CapCut, or maybe who have not used any editing application, I think it will look a little bit intimidating, but those who have worked with any video editing software, I think it's pretty easy to understand, and because it looks familiar to other applications that are actually used for video editing. So what I want you to actually note here is that this place, this area is called the media panel. Okay, and this place is called this is where you'll be installing all your media files, like all the video file that you'll be editing. So after shooting with your phone or camera or anywhere, so you have to import them to be here. Then once after importing them here, like import your video, audio, and any other element that you're going to use to form your composition. So this is where they are going to be. So after importing them there, then you can start taking them to the timeline. So that is basically it. Then this place is called the timeline. I think this is where you'll be spending most of your time in, because this is where you'll be doing the cutting and replacing, manipulation, and all of that. So this one is called the program monitor here. The program monitor displays what the output will be. So that means everything you're going to be exporting, how your video will look like when you export them, or maybe once you start watching them. So this is how where it's going to be showing you. So whatever you do on the timeline here will appear here. Then here we have the customization panel. Here is more like the editing panel. Here, whenever you select a clip, the property of anything you get selected in the timeline appears here for you to basically start customizing. Maybe like you want to do some color correction, or maybe you want to lower down audio, or maybe you want to just basically any kind of a custom editing that you would want to modify on a particular clip. So this is where you are going to do it. So then the next one here is the this tool here. Okay, the line that you are seeing there actually for okay this place. Okay, we have like other sub menus. All these things are like sub menus. This is where you take a certain function like to add like transition between clips, effect, to bring up your text, to bring up your stickers, media, audio, and all of that. So uh, this is more like a standard menu, but standard menu in the other application, where you can be able to pick a certain function from one from the menu and apply to your clip to produce a particular effect. Okay, then here we have the shortcut. The shortcut is very important. Okay, but for beginners now who have not really find their way around, you might not necessarily pay attention to the shortcut. Now if you click on the shortcut, it's going to show you here. So but for those who are already into video editing. Okay, they might just want to know the shortcut so they can make their work easier. But for those that have not done any video editing work before, don't pay attention to the shortcut. The more you start working with CapCut, the more you start getting used to the tools and start knowing the shortcut little by little. And at the end of the day, you might just don't even know when you start mastering this shortcut. So you can share your video and you can export with this button here. So let's just start getting some clips in and start editing some clips, so we'll start getting other options that are necessary as well. So but before then, I want to show you something. Anytime you create a project, the name of the project appears here. So this one is saying the name of this project is 0514 there, so I may just want to call it first day in CapCut. And if you watch it, you can see it has updated on the detail of the name. So it's showing me the property of my entire canvas there, because what nothing is selected. So it's just giving me, if you look at this place now, it's giving me like a breakdown of what my project is. Number one, the project name is first day in CapCut, then saved, and it's telling me that my project has been saved already. And that is the good thing about CapCut. You don't need to risk your file by not pressing Ctrl S and all of that. So CapCut is saving everything for you. Any little change you've done, it will automatically get saved. And it's telling me that okay, if you know how to read location files, you can be able to interpret this location. This is the exact point where my video has been saved. So let's start importing clips. So for you to import your video, audio, graphics, and any other kind of element, you just have to click on this import button here. Now I have my files here. I can be able to select one and click on open. It will get that particular one will be imported, but I can also select multiple files and import them at the same time. So now, by default, it's showing me on the thumbnail view. The thumbnail view is actually important as well, because let's say I want to see whatever that is going on there. Okay, I can be able to see it here. Then the import menu also has other functionality that we need to be aware of as well, because I just have two clips here, and it's very easy to differentiate which is which when you begin to have like multiple clips, like 3, 4, 5 to 20 clips, 20 videos. Imagine having 20 videos, 20 audios, 20 graphics, and all of that. So you can see this place will start looking very, very cluttered and very, very confusing. So that's why CapCut now has some of these functionalities now to be able to help you be able to locate the particular file that you want to work with at any given time. For instance, let's say I've named my project the way I would want to use it. That means I may not necessarily want to use the thumbnail view, so I will change from grid to list. And here I can be able to see the full name of the project and what it's all about as well. So it's also giving me like what the video contains as well. So maybe I want to sort by the time the longest video, or maybe I want to import by the time created or the time I imported it here. I want to sort by the name as well. Okay, you can also do that. Or maybe, okay, let's say I have much video here and I have much audio and much graphics as well, and now I'm not looking for video, I just want to focus on the audio and be able to locate the audio I'm looking for. You can see this button, it says all. That means everything that both audio, video, and other graphics will be seen here. But if I switch it to audio, you can see it's saying no. I like this thing is empty now because I don't have any audio yet. So had it been there's an audio here, it would have been listed here as well for me. So these are different ways. Like images, I don't have images yet, so if I import images, you can see to be able to filter the whole media folder, media panel, and be able to give me whatever, trying to give me whatever I'm looking for at that particular time. Okay, you might not necessarily know the importance now until you start hunting for your files. You start spending much time trying to locate a particular file that you want to put, especially when you are making a video. Okay, so I hope you understand. So Now, for us to start editing, there are a couple of things we need to have in mind as well. Let's say we want to preview this file. Let's verify if this is the image, the video we actually have in mind to import. So it's important you verify before importing to the timeline. So once you click on the video, okay, it will now you can see from here it's saying previewing. This is not like the final output. You are just trying to see the clip inside. That is, you are trying to see if this is the clip. Okay, and immediately you click on it, it will start playing here. This doesn't mean that you've started editing. This is more like you want to see what is inside. Okay, just make sure, look at this place, it says previewing video, so it's not like you started editing. So you can click on this button to play. All right, then you can also click here. So I want to basically preview the work to make sure that this is the right video that I have in mind to get imported as well. So um, that is it. Then let's begin to import our video now to the place where we will start editing them. So to do that, we can click on this button that said, you can see it said add to track. So once you click on the plus button now, you can see it's now added to the track. Okay, to the timeline, and inside the timeline you now have tracks. So I'm going to explain that later. So now whatever we do here will appear here, and whatever that appear here is what that will be seen if exported as the final video. Okay, so on the timeline now, there are basic things you need to understand. Here we have the two bar here. The two bar will help you. These are just the tools that you can use to execute a particular function in the timeline. And also here as well, we have some of the function keys as well. Like maybe you want to record your own voice, like you want to record voiceover, we have the icon here. Or probably you might want to zoom in or zoom out. I think this one is the most uh, the one that you'll be using quite often here. So let's say I want to zoom in or zoom out here. Okay, you can see this bar. Once I take it up, I can be able to zoom my clip in and out so that I can make like a fine edit. You can click on this plus and this minus button to actually do the same thing. Okay, so let's say I want to begin now to edit my clip. So the next thing I would want to do is that if I want to zoom in very well, because if I start playing, okay, for me to play now, I have to press the space bar and my video will play like this. Okay, and maybe I don't want to press the space bar. You can click on this icon here, this one that says play, and my video will also play. Then I want to also do this. You can see you have this white line here. Okay, this one is called current time indicator, or you call it playhead. What it does is basically to show you where you are at a given point. So wherever this man is, that is what that will appear on the program monitor. So as long as the man is going forward, your video will keep on moving. But if the man is at a point, just know that where it is what I will be seeing here. So I'm going to import another clip as well, like this one. So I would click and drag. Before I click on this plus icon to add to track, but now I'm going to click and drag like this. Let's say I don't want this first one. I can just click on it and delete it like that. Okay, I just click on the delete button on my keyboard to delete. All right, you can see this particular one is well zoomed in, like the audio, the clip here. Sorry, the clip here is very like the zoom line is much. So I can as well reduce it by coming to this minus sign and clicking to zoom back a little bit. So let's say I'm okay with this, but I want to go to the very end there. What I can do is to click on this slide down, this slide that is down here, and move it back and forth. All right. So, but I actually would want to zoom back a little bit like this. All right. So the next thing that I want to begin to do now is to start cutting and replacing. Okay. I want to begin to remove the side that I don't want and leave the side that I want. All right. So how to do that? Remember before I showed you some of these tools that are here. So these are the tools that I'll be using to achieve some of those stuff that I said now. Now, for me to make a very fine edit, like a very little changes that might not necessarily have been noticed, I would actually need to zoom this man very uh, up, okay, very close to down stuff like that. Now, I don't want this video to start from the ground. I want it to start once it's like this. So that means I will actually need to delete from here to here. So there are many ways you can do that, but I just want to begin with the main way that you need to just get your head around so you don't get confused easily. So, and that is by using this man here. When you go to this tool, it says split. And if you look down, you can see the shortcut Control B, split. But you don't need to worry about the shortcut. Just make sure your clip is selected and click on this one. It says split. Just as the name sounds, it's going to split your audio into two based on where your current time indicator is. So if my current time indicator should be here and I click on split, it's going to split it. But I don't want to split it here, so I'm going to undo that. How do I undo? I can press Ctrl Z to undo, or I can click on this little arrow here facing left to undo. All right, so when I select this one, I can be able to press the delete key here or the delete key on the keyboard and get it deleted. Like that. All right, so from here I also need to cut out this area because I don't want to show this ground here. So I can click on the split again. All right, and move to the side that I want to delete. Okay, maybe from here, that means I don't need from here to here, so I'm going to split again like this. When I split, I can now delete. So I just deleted that area. So if I play my video, I don't have those areas again. Then I'm going to go into this place just to determine the side that I need and the side that I do not need. So when it comes here, I'm going to split here. Yeah, I want to start exactly when it's stopping here. So make sure the clip is selected and split again. I will delete, then go forward like this. Okay, I don't actually need much areas. All right, then I can click on split to split that area. So I'll begin to move forward in short. Okay, maybe I don't need this one entirely. So I'm not making a precise editing now. I just want to take you around to see how you can be able to remove the side that you need and the side you don't need in your video. So okay, I don't want that one to come in here. I just want, yeah, once the man start coming, so I need to split from here. I will take it to this way. So let me start here like this. So instead of the video to play like this, so the man is no longer will not appear in this video, and I will split from here. Alright, so I'm going to split from here as well because I saw an interesting movement here. So I'm going to start from here as well and split this area like so. Okay, so immediately this lady opens that door and I want to transit now. I'm going to split again from here. Okay, make sure the clip is selected and scroll down. So I want the video to start from this angle. So I'm going to split again and take out this area. So I'll play like this. Alright, so immediately it points at that. Let that place be gone. So I'm going to preserve from here to here, but I may not actually need this area. So I want the video to start from this point. So I'm going to split and delete this area like this. So if I should play my video, it's going to be like this. Alright, I'll use my slide to move forward. Okay, so I'm going to split this area, then go to the side that I don't need. I don't need all this area. I just need from here. Okay, so I'm going to split from here and delete. I want immediately the lady enters into her office there. I will split and I'll move forward. So I just want to take this coverage a little bit like this. So I'm going to split here. So I'll delete this area. So that means my video is going to play like this. The lady enters, is swapped to this area and then this area. So when it gets here, I'm going to split from here as well. I'm going to come here. So I will split this area so that I can be able to take out this. Alright. Okay. I'm going to split this area. Then I want it to be here. Okay, so I want to split like this. So I have here from here to there. So I don't need this area like this. So I'm going to delete it. So what I have now is to have this area like this. So I don't need this movement. What I'm going to do once it gets to this area, I'm going to split, then scroll down till it spaces like this. So it's going to look like, okay, after shooting this angle, I went other angle and shoot. So I think that is just more like one of the basic reasons why you should edit, because some weird movement of camera can also be removed. So after we are done here, I might not necessarily need. Okay, I think okay, I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to split here. So I don't need all these areas. I'm going to split as well. Okay, so from this children department, I like the way the block comes in. So I'm going to, I don't want to see this movement. I just want it to stop immediately. I'm done covering the children. So then the next department should be immediately the door opens up like this. So that means I don't need from here to here. So I will split it again. Remember, I told you before, once you are done zooming in and out, you can basically zoom out by coming here. But you can click on this little man here to zoom to your view. Okay, so since I'm done with like chopping out the area that I want and the area that I don't want, okay, you can see my video has been outlines the way I want it to be, the important points, the important places, the important clips I want to appear in my video has been properly arranged. So the next thing I can do now, okay, if I play this video, you can see it's having a background noise in short, because this video is not meant for any kind of dialogue, so I'm not going to include any all those noise, so I have to take the noise away. So there are many ways, there are some ways I can be able to take out the voice. That means anything about the audio on this video, I'm going to take them away. There's I'm going to show you one way. Like I'm going to show you like two different ways, so you are going to choose one. What now? If I click on this clip like this, remember here I told you whenever you click on a clip on the customization panel, you have the you now have like the property of that particular clip to that you can use to modify, change anything you wish to change. So if you can see it's on a video now, that means I can be able to customize the video based on what I want and what I don't want. Like I can scale the video up. Maybe I don't want that, so I'm going to press Ctrl Z to undo. Or I can position the video left or right. Maybe I just want to shift the video like this. Okay, just watch as I'm shifting it this way. Did you see the position X and Y changes? That means if you use the buttons here and be able to shift them like this. So in some cases you might actually need to shift some video. In some cases you might actually need to scale some video up. Sometimes you might the video might not fit the canvas very well, then you need to scale it up and fine tune it like that. Or maybe you want to reduce the opacity, okay, like this. So but now what I want to do is to use the audio. The audio is because I want to deal with the audio, so I have to switch to audio of the video. So when I switch to audio, I basically have like a minimal panel here, like the volume of the audio. So if I take the volume up like this, if I play my video, it's going to make a lot of noise. But since I don't want the audio, I'm going to take the audio all the way to 0, and if I play my video, it will now move in silence. Okay, that is one way I can be able to do it. But using this way, I have to now go to all these individual clip one by one and start changing their audio to 0, 0, 0, 0, which will be a little bit time consuming. I don't want that. Okay, if there's any way I can be able to change the audio in all the clip at the same time, so one that way I'm going to show you is just come here to this panel. Whenever you bring a clip into your timeline, it creates a track. For an instance, I have this track 1 here. If I drag another clip here, it's going to create track 2 like this. If I drag another clip like this, so I now have a track based on whatever that is inside. So if I play this video now, another thing you need to be aware of about the track is that whatever that is on top, take precedence. That means any clip that is on top will not be the one that will show here. Okay, so if I should take this one all the way to this end, let me zoom in closer. So this is important of zooming in and out. I've been trying to select that clip now. I've not been able to do so. But when you zoom in, you can be able to expand the clip and select it. So if I take this clip here, look at the clip and see. But if I take this clip to where the layer is, look, it now switched to the top here. But for this particular video, we don't want to work with multiple tracks. So let's say I don't want this track to show, despite that it has a track. What I would do is to turn off the eye of that track. You can see it is now grayed out. Anything that is inside this track will automatically get eliminated, like the visibility will be eliminated temporarily until you go and turn the track on again. That means you can see once you go to the eye button here, it said hide track. Now I have the option to show tracks. So, but on this track as well, you can see it also has like a volume icon there. That means I can mute track as well and unmute track. So I'm going to delete these ones. I'll press delete key on my keyboard to get it deleted. Select this one and press the delete icon here. Anywhere is also where. So since I don't need the audio on this track, what I can do is to mute the audio entirely while my video still remains the same. So now if I play this video, you can see the weird noise that we were hearing is no longer available. So now I need to add audio, like I need to add music to my audio, to my video, and add other element out to make my video interesting and engaging as well. So what I can do to bring audio, I can bring from my local desktop now, that is my file. If I have music in my system, I can bring from there. But CapCut has also made it easier that you can be able to get audio online without having to have, download first, then bring it to your system, then bringing it to laptop. So it's easier. So first, let me show you how you can bring to your system from your system. So if I click on import, then I can locate wherever I have my audio. So here I have this music here. Now you can see if I click on this music, I can be able to preview it to know if it's the music that I need. If it's not, then I can go and bring another one. But if it is, I can then drag it like this to my timeline and place it wherever I want it to start. And now if I play my video, I now have music and my video as well. Okay, but let's say this one, that the audio that I have here is not what I want. Maybe I would want to check from CapCut to know if it has a better audio for me. What I will do is to switch to audio. We've been on media, then switch to audio here. So when you switch to audio, you now have the ability to search music, sound effects, copyright, and so on and so forth. So, but now we just want music. I can click here and it will now be like, okay, you can search music based on the kind of music, the feeling, the beat, and all of that. I don't really know what I want now. I can just sometimes it lists audio as well based on what is trending, like Mother's Day and all of that. So I can just look for any audio. If you have any audio in mind, you can search it there. If it is in CapCut, you can just pick it up from there. But sometimes you might not see the one you're looking for. So it's just about experimenting. So I'm going to take this one that said warm and cheerful spring here. So if you click on it, it's going to download. So depending on your internet connection, it might delay a little bit. I think I don't have a good internet yet. All right. So I don't know if that is what I need, but I can see I can, once it gets downloaded, then I can drag it to my timeline, and that is basically it. So now I have two different audio in my clip. So what I can do is to experiment with anyone that matches with my scene very well, and then remove the one that I don't want. So what I can do is to turn off, mute one track like this one, then play one. Okay, so that is that one. I think you might actually be the judge here. So you choose the one that you want to use. This one is, I don't know how it sounds, but you understand the point. So I'm going to use the first one, the first audio track. Yeah. So I'm going to take this one out. I'll just mute it for the meantime. So I would have deleted it, but I don't know if I'm going to change my mind. So I'll just leave it there. So I'll click on this button here to zoom my timeline. Now, looking at the video here, you can see my video and my audio and my video, they are not on the same length. That means if my video should play from here to here, this video will continue playing without any audio. So I may say okay, you know what, I want to select this one, copy it like this. You can right click on the clip and say copy. It's still the same thing as Control C, Control V. Then I'll take my play here to where I want that music to start, and press Control V, and I'll paste the audio again. So that means if this one finishes here like this, it is going to continue again with the music. Okay, now I now have like extra space for the audio. The audio is now longer than the video, so I can now trim it like this. Okay, I think it's a matter of experimenting. So, but in some cases now, based on what we want, we might not want this video to be as long as this. Okay, maybe we are given like this video should be 2 minutes or a minute. So how do we make it to be within 2 minutes or a minute? Okay, let's say 2 minutes or a minute and a half, something like that. So, and that is when you have to now take consideration of this man here. If you look at this place, you see we have some quite numbers there. Now, this place is called the time code. The time code of your video are measured in hours, minutes, seconds, and frame. So the blue one, the blue colored one, is actually where your current time indicator is. That is where this line that I'm dragging back and forth is. So by now it's telling me that this current time indicator is exactly at 1 minute 13 seconds 2 frames, but my entire clip is this white one here. That means the length of my entire video is 3 seconds 48 3 minutes 48 seconds 11 frames. Okay, remember we want to make our video under 2 minutes. So what you can do is to basically start we can start trimming some side, maybe fine-tuning some side, start making like in-depth edits, like removing or adding some other clip to just trim it to the level that we need. And other times we might just do something like what we call speed ramp. Speed ramp will help you to compress your video while the video speeds up as well. Like for instance, this place will be so boring if we should leave it to continue saying the same thing for a long time. So that means we have to speed up this particular clip. So what we can do is, once you select the clip, then we'll go to the customization panel here. I think we've talked about the video part, the video audio menu, but now we want to talk about the speed menu. The speed menu, once you go to the speed menu there, you have this slide that ranges from 1.0 and up there. So if you take this speed up, it's more like you're trying to speed up the clip. So I'm going to make it 2 times the speed now. So you can see my clip is now getting smaller. If I play it from here, okay, but it's still very, very slow. I can decide to speed it up a little bit more, like make it like 5. So that would be very good. Okay. So since we don't need audio, we just want to show how Aptech uh, is teaching, like how the method of their teaching. So I think the audience already understood what the man is doing. So no need of having to waste long time watching the man just moving around without saying anything. So the next one is to begin to speed up other parts as well. There are some side that you need to speed faster, and there are some side that you might need not to speed as much as that. But now I want to go from here. I want to be in a slow motion, okay? Because you can see even the audio there is a little bit slow. So what we can do to make it slow? Remember how we speed up by dragging forward? Then we can now go slow by moving backward. So if I take this one to all the way to 0.3 there, or maybe 0. Let me make it 0.5. Okay, so if I play this video, so if I wanted to move slower, I can, you know what, but I don't need that to move like, let us speed up a little bit like this. All right, so I can take other ones and start speeding up. Okay, now once you click on a clip, if you have this speed up sign on the clip here, that means you can be able to speed it up from here as well. Like I can from here make it 1.5 like this. So let this one make it 1.5 like this, and any other one that is as long as this one's. Okay, I think maybe I'm going to leave these ones like this, or maybe I think I actually need to speed them up. All of them should be in 2 seconds, like 2 times their speed. 2 times their speed. So this one, since it's the starting clip, I don't think I'm going to make it. Let me just make it 1.5, so it's not going to be that small. So if I take my current time indicator, all right. So I will click on this one to zoom to fit my frame again. So now I now have like I have to delete this particular one. Remember when we copied and pasted? So that's what is bringing that one here. But if I delete it, then we have only 2 audios. So if you observe very well, like I say, the audio is now longer than our video. That means if you have to export it now, this place that doesn't have audio is going to be blank while music will be playing. I don't think it's ideal, it's not necessary, it's not good. So you don't have to leave such kind of space there. So what you can do is to trim the audio to fit to our video there. That means it should stop when our video stops. Then I just zoomed in there. I will take my slide down here to move forth and back just to get to that point. I will now click on this one. So not the line. One, just try to identify the different sign that you can have here. When you have this sign, it's more like you are adjusting the fade out and fade in. But when you have this sign, you can be able to trim in. So you trim and stop exactly where the clip stop. So, and that is basically it. And again, if I play my video here, you can see it do not stop properly. Like whenever any video or maybe any music want to stop, it gradually fades out, so it doesn't just stop at a point, and that can bring some emotional disorderliness. So for us to create that fading impact, in order for it to be able to alert our audience that okay, we are getting to the end and we are done. So what we can do is to select the particular audio. Okay, so once you go to basic, you can see the volume. That means you can as well increase this volume of this audio in case if it is slow, or you can reduce the volume if it's too loud. But the next one I have there is fade in and fade out. That means I can fade this man in. The in is actually the beginning, then the out is the ending part. So if I should fade it, meaning that it's going to gradually, the volume will gradually grow from beginning. But if I fade out, it's going to gradually disappear. That is, the volume will gradually decrease. Just watch the waveform. Eh? This audio wave here are called waveform. Watch the way they will be behaving here. So if I should increase the fade out, you can see the way the audio is behaving. So with that now, I think is illustrating what exactly what it means there. So I'll just apply a little bit of fade out there. So if I should play this, okay, you get the point. So then the next thing is actually to add fading as well. So our our audio shouldn't just start playing, it should gradually grow, which is nice. So I'll click on this one to fit to my zoom there, and I'll play again. Okay, so I think I like what I have here. Then the next thing that I can do on this clip is actually to start adding text. So the kind of text I would want to add depends on what you want to say. Okay, but we are going to stick to the basic now. If you click on the text menu here, you now have the ability to add text, default text. You can add effects, you can add text templates, auto caption, and so many others. But if you click on this plus icon that says add text, is going to add text on the track on your it's going to create a new track now with a new layer with a track with a text layer. So what that means is that once the text layer is selected on the customization panel here, I have the ability to change the text from this default text, because I'm very sure that this is not what you would want to write on your video. So once you go to the customization panel there, you can be able to change. So whatever you change there will reflect on your screen. So I don't know what to write, but I can say app then. So just select all of this, delete, and say app think uh, real quest. So now I've written what I want. Then I may want to increase the font size. Okay, you have all the property there. Or maybe I don't want this, the font is very tiny. I can click here to select any font that I want. So if you are connected to the internet, I think you see uh, more customization than not being on the internet. So I just downloaded this one here. It says the name is ZY Elegant. So I think I like it. I can change the color to whatever I want. Maybe yellow color. I can pick color from this place, or I can write the color code if I already know the color code that I want. So, but let me just pick something very as basic as possible here. So, all right. So the next thing is actually the preset style. Let's say, okay, CapCut already has like some preset that I can use. Let's say I like this, or this one, or this one, or this one. I think maybe I'm in love with this one here. I think I like this one so much. So these are some of the presets that you can be able to use. But let's say you don't want the preset, or maybe you have applied and you want to change your mind. You can just click here and remove it. But I actually want the preset, so I'm going to leave it. So you can increase the size of the text from here like this. You can change the position. You can center it. Like I can click on this one to center it. I think it's already centered, but if I should move it out like this and I would want to center it, I just click at this one, so center it like that. You can play with the opacity. Okay, you can see it's getting diminished already. You can add stroke, you can add background, and so on. So, but we don't want to like whatever you can think of. Yeah, I think CapCut can help you get it done. But the next thing that I can do now is to play. Okay, now you can see that immediately I start playing my video, the text appears. I don't want it to happen like that. I want to create like a little bit of suspense so that the audience will not easily understand what is going on. Okay, that means I want the text not to come from the beginning. So the video should play for a while, then the text will now come up and say, okay, this is career quest and all of that. So, and if I should do and that is basically it. But again, you can see the text did not appear here and the text did not appear here. Why? Because the text frame is limited within here. So if I want the text to appear throughout the video, so you can see what I'm doing now. That means if I keep on extending the layer of that text on that track, it will keep on being there till wherever it stops. But I just want it to be within this area. I don't want it to go beyond this area here. I think that is fine. Let it stay like this. Perfect. Then another thing is when the text wants to appear, it just appeared. It did not have like any little incitement to it. Like I would like the text to move like in a stylized way, just to keep the audience a little bit engaged. So I will not going to bore them with just things appearing and going, because like just to create a little bit of anticipation in the composition. So what I'm going to do now is to select the text and I will switch to animation. Now, whatever you get selected, like if I select video, you can see not all some of the options that I have on the video that I have on the text. So on the text now I have text, I have animation, tracking, and text to speech and so on. So but now I want animation. On the animation part, so if you are connected to the internet, it's going to give you some of this preset that I have here. So on the animation part now, it's divided into three. Number one is the in, and the other one is the out, and we have loop. So the in is the way the text should come in. Then the out is the way the text will go out. Then the loop is, let's say I want this text to continuously be on my screen. That means it's not just going to be static. It should have like a kind of a repeated movement. All right, so I'm going to just add it a basic n. Maybe I want it to write. Okay, I think I like that one there. But if I play it's very very fast. I don't want it to be as fast as this. I want it to be like take more time. So what I'll do is that if I once the animation that I've added it has been applied, I will see this option that says duration down here. Let me highlight it. So I will see this option that says duration here. Okay, it's going to appear like a slide. Now the duration by default is 0.5 seconds, but if I extend the duration to something like 1 second, okay, you can see it takes more time for it to finish writing. Then if I still want you to go like, okay, let it take like 2 seconds. Okay, you get the point. So but I just want you to stop at 1 second. All right, then the next one is, if I play to the end, immediately the layer finishes, it's going to disappear. I don't want it like that. I want it to have like animation as well and go out. That by so I have to switch to the outsing part and then select any kind of animation that I would want you to use. Okay, since I use the typing, then I can use the cleanup as well. So if I take it, so I'm going to also make it 1 second as well. You can see it here, 0.5, but if I drag it from here, I have 1 second front, 1 second back, like that. So if I play my video from here, So that is how I can be able to add a text as well. So let's say I want to label each of the classroom. So I can just come here, select this one and add text, put my playhead here and write add text. So on the text, I can decide to put it on the same track or put it on a different track depending on what I want. But let's make it on a different track. So I don't know what to write here, but I'll just write student. All right. So this one definitely I need to change the font to the font that I have chosen there. I remember the font I used before. It's called okay. I'm going to use this elegant here. And then I'm going to change the color. Maybe I don't want to use the preset I used before, so let me customize it to my own text. I'm going to use like a blue kind of color, sky blue kind of color, so something like this. And I'm going to, it's already a bold color, but I would want to make it bold again. All right, so I just change the color from here. If it can play with the tracking and the leading, the alignment and all of that. So I don't want to use preset. I would want to scale it down like this, okay? And I would want to bring it to the bottom like this. All right, I think that is perfect. So you can drag it to the top in case if you like I can use this position now on the Z axis and move it up like this on the Y axis and just move it up a little bit. I'm actually moving it up here so that just to be conscious, to put it where it will never, it will always be seen by anybody who is watching my video. So I can decide to add stroke, I can add background. So let me add background. So the background color, I don't know what the color should be, but let me make it white for now. Then I can make it a rounded rectangle like this. I think rounded rectangle is quite common around. So I can increase the height like this or decrease the width like this depending on however you want it. I can add shadow, offset and so on and so forth. So I hope you get the point. So but this one now, I'm not going to add it like an animation. Okay, so if you want to add animation, you get how to add it. You can click on the animation. Okay, let's say I don't want to add in and out, maybe I want to add loop. Okay, now what I can do, let's say I don't want to go here again to add another text on the other one. I can select this one, Control C, and copy this one and press Control V to paste it again. So but it still have the same name with the same settings. So this is where this one becomes handy, because let's say I don't want to start taking the time again to start writing student learning again and start customizing it to fit into the exact settings here. I just have to copy and paste and change the name. Okay, maybe I'll write teacher. Okay, so I have teacher teaching, basically it's teacher teaching. Okay, I can keep on moving and moving and moving and moving, maybe some copy again, Control C, Control V, and I will just add like okay, this one is GM working. All right, I think that is basically it. So if I want to give this an animation, I can go to animation here and go to loop. So I can just add this one to it. Yeah, you can see what it will be doing, but I don't like it. Let's see. Okay, let's check this one. I don't like this. Let's check another one. Okay, so if the speed is much like this, you can take it down. It's going to be a little bit slow, so it doesn't have to make that weird stuff. So that is the looping. You can just scroll down to get whatever you want there, and I think we are done. Let me change this background color. I don't want it to be having that, and the opacity should be a little bit down. Okay, just to customize it a little bit. So, and so on and so forth. But there's another thing I want to show you now. Let's say I go to the ending here. Okay, if this video should end, it should fade out as well. Why the audio is fading out, the video should also fade out. So what I'll do is to click on the video, then go to animation. Okay, so on this animation now it says in, so I'm going to choose out. So the fade out now, I will apply the fade out here on my video. So just give it time to get applied. Yeah, perfect. You can see. So if I play my video now. Okay, so the fading is not starting when the audio has started fading. So I will increase the size, the length of the fading to maybe to alright, something like this. Yeah, perfect. So then the next one that I'm going to do is to add transition. Like you can see, this video, the way it jumped to this is not what I want. I might want to add it like a dissolve so that it's going to be a little bit smooth. So if I place my playhead at the center between clips, I can take this one now, go to transition, the transition menu here. So there are different types of transition. So you can choose anyone from here. But I just want to choose the one that is that is obvious, that you are going to see the change very well. So if I take this one, okay. So I have this one here. No, I don't like it. So I'll press Ctrl Z to undo. So once you undo anything, you can basically click on redo to undo, because I was pressing Ctrl Z not knowing that I'm undoing what I've done here. So I click on this one, this that says redo. So if you undo, you can as well redo. So I adjust it. Okay, so go to the transition again. Let me use this one. You can see from here it gets to this place like this. So let me put it here. If I come here, okay, let me add this one. So I can say add to track. You can see that little stuff that appeared there now. Let me drag closer. So if I play this video, okay, did you see what just happened there? You can also extend the transition to be like this. So if I play, okay, so and I also have the ability to go in between the clips one by one to start adding the transition, like from here. And I can see this slow motion here. Okay, so I would want to add like a nice transition there that can just bring those people. So I don't know if you want to add, but I just want you to get the points. Okay. Let me add this. Okay, so I click on the plus icon there to add it. So if I play now, okay, perfect. Now I can start going in between the clip one by one to add transition, especially the side I need transition. But I have the ability, like once any transition is selected, like that point now, I would just want you to say it very well. There's like a white glue that is attached in between two clips now. If I extend this particular one this direction, I can see it's expanding. I'm like giving it more time to transit. So the more you take it down, the more faster it's going, but the more you extend it, the more uh, longer it takes to transit. So, but I now have this option that say apply to all. So that means all other cuts in between clips can automatically get applied when I click on this without me having to go in between clip and start pressing one by one. All right, so once I click on that, you can see on all the clip, I now have transitions like this. So if I play from here now, okay, something like that. All right, so then I think this is basically the main thing you need to know. We started with knowing how to open the program, where to download the program, and how to understand the workspace in how the panel are arranged. And we learn how to import our clip. We now learn how to edit, like how to do basic cutting and all of that. And now we've learned how to add graphics, we've learned how to add transitions, we've learned how to add music and also edit the music as well. Okay, so now I can click on this man to basically frame all of this. So please, you can go in and out to start fine-tuning the footage to suit whatever you have in mind, but this is more like basic editing now. Like I said before, I'm going to throw in uh, advanced settings as well, advanced editing that will help you to understand fully well how to manipulate things, how to do basic adjusting, how to do masking, how to do tracking as well. That can make your video much more engaging if done editing. Okay, let's say this is a YouTube video and you would want to bring a like subscribe button here. So there you can also go to effects, yeah, and sorry, stickers. So when you go to stickers, you have like a trending stickers, what is currently trending. Okay, so now I can have this one that says subscribe. So if I add it now, I can now take it to where I want it to be. I can take it here and say, okay, you know what? Once you get here, please tell them to subscribe. Okay, you can see it just appeared. You can add it animation as well. So once you get it selected like this, the way it appeared, go to the animation part, and it has like more like a basic animation. So I can say bouncing. Okay, so I can extend the duration. So if you get that, okay, so that is that one. Let's say we want to add a particular effect on this video. Okay, like this place is a little bit dark. Okay, let's say this place is dark, we want to brighten this place up. So you select the video like this, then you go to adjustment. So on the adjustment now, you have the ability to start adjusting your video. So what I want us to do now is to increase the brightness of this video, increase the temperature. So if you want to create like a warm mood, increase the temperature. If you want to create like a cold mood, then decrease the temperature like this. So you can see from the dark part of the video to this. So if I want to darken this one as well, I can also, sorry, brighten it up like this. So you can basically go to each of the video there that need to be brightened up and begin to brighten them up one by one. So I think that is the best. That is basically that part. All right. So let's say you would want to add like an effect to any video as well. So this one is much more common on social media videos if you're editing that kind. So I want to get like a short kind of clip here. So in this place, let's say I want to add an effect to it. So on this place, this trending effects, okay, I can say okay, apply. So can you see what is creating? So maybe let me take this one, take my playhead there. Make sure your playhead is exactly where you want you want to apply the effect, because you might be here applying an effect here and you will not see what you're doing and you become frustrated, like what you're doing is not working. Why you've done like much more than you should have done. Okay, so make sure your playhead is exactly where you want to apply an effect and select the effect and apply it, like this one. Much love for Aptech school. Much love for Aptech tutors. All right, so let me take this one too. I want to apply an effect on this video as well. I don't know. Okay, I think this thunder effect will be nice. Okay, this is more like an opening. Let me make it an opening. Yeah. Wow. So that is super awesome. In short, there are much more things you can do here. So the sky is your limit. By the end, by the time I finish the tutorial from the beginning to the from beginner, which I've started here, to the advanced, CapCut will not only be your gateway to editing professional video, but your best choice to editing professional video. So let's just stick with what you have now. So I'm not going to overload you with information, so you'll be able to digest the one you have now and get hunger to get to to eat more, to learn more. All right. So we are done with our video and we wish to export it so that we can share with friends and family, or maybe share it on our social handles. So the way we can do that is to click this export button here. All right. But there are things you need to check. Make sure your video starts the way you want it to start, and make sure your video ends the way you want it to end. That is the place you want it to end is actually the place uh, everything ends. That means there's no clip that is extending. Like if I should extend this audio like this, I'm at risk. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z to undo that. So if you watch my duration now here, you can see my current time indicator is at 1 minute, sorry, 1 minute 58 seconds, 9 frames. So, and my entire video is 2 minutes, 1 second, 23 frames, which is exactly what we've been intending to do. Okay, I think that is just it. We can now click on export and allow our video to export. But there are basic things I want you to notice here. Number one is the title of the video. You just have to give it a title that you will not hesitate to remember once you see it. So give it something that even if I wake you up from sleep this night and I ask you what is the name that you gave the video you edited last, you can be able to remember and tell me. Okay. Then the next one is the place that you want to export it to, because a lot of people do things randomly. In short, this is best tips now that you need to understand that editing work, video editing work, does not start with the software that you're editing it from. It starts with you being able to organize your footage, organize the resources, organize the composition, or everything that you're going to use to form the composition very well. So you are advised to first of all create a folder and gather all the resources that you'll be using to make that composition inside that particular folder, so that whenever you need anything, either during the editing or after the editing, you already know the folder they are located and you can be able to locate them immediately. I'm trying to save you a very frustrating moment now, because by the time you be hunting for your file, it won't be easy. So just make sure that the export tool, click on the folder icon there and locate exact points that you want to export it. As for me and my family, I've decided to export this one at my desktop, since I'm not using it for much now. Okay. So, and the next thing that you're going to determine there is the resolution. The resolution, if you're looking for best quality, please make sure it's on 1080 p. Okay. Best quality with less file size. That is what you're looking for. In short, that is the standard movie uh, resolution that you should choose. But if you're looking for a low quality, don't go below 720. If you're looking for a high quality, then you can go up to 4K, but it's going to create like a very dramatic file size. Like for now, I'm using 1080, and look at the file size. You said the duration is 2 minutes 2 seconds, 2 minutes 2 seconds, and the file size is 161 MB estimated. That means it might even go below or go above that. Then if I change it to 720p, the resolution, you can see is now from all the way to 61 to 101. If I change it to 4K, I think you should get what will happen. Is now 448 MB. So just the higher the quality, the higher the resolution, the higher the quality, but the higher the file size. But most times the quality might not be visibly obvious like that. So you can increase to 4K without having any much difference. So please stick with 1080p for now. So the frame rate, the standard frame rate is 24 frames per second. If by any way or by any chance you wish to increase or decrease it, you can click there to change it to any one of your choice. Then, if you want to export only audio differently, then you can check this one. I don't think in this particular video we don't want to export the video, the audio differently. We want our video and our audio to be on one file. Then I can click on the export button. So click on export and export your video. I would love to see your file once what you're able to edit, and you can also leave a comment in the section in case if there's any place that you are finding it difficult to like wrap your head around. I think I'll try as much as I can to help you out. All right, bye.